Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Mixed Text and Politics. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. So, Gavin Newsom is now attacking Texas in a new ad. This coming just after he goes after Ron DeSantis in Florida. So, Gavin Newsom launched an ad in Florida attacking the state and telling people to come back to California, blah, blah, to move to California. A bunch of nonsense. Nobody wants to go there. I mean, if you're down in Florida, do you really want to go to California where there's a lot less freedom? Um, Crime is out of control. That's a story for another day. But anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about here. So, during the passage of the heartbeat bill here in Texas, which bans abortions in the state after 6 weeks of pregnancy. So Greg Abbott uh, had this to say: "Our Creator endowed us with the right to life, and yet children lose their right to life every year because of abortion. In Texas, we work to save those lives." So this is what Gavin Newsom did in this ad. Our Creator endowed us with the right to life, and yet children lose their right to life every year because of gun violence. In California, we work to save those lives. Governor Gavin Newsom. So yes, he's coming after Texas now. He's chosen the two biggest conservative states in the nation, and yeah, he's going after us for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't see it working in any kind of way. Some people think he's gearing up for a 2024 run. He has no shot at that anyway, so it doesn't really matter what he does. Nobody's going to move from California, from Texas or Florida. If you're having a good life in these places, you're enjoying life, your life is going well, you have a good job, you have a good place, nice place to live, um, relatively safe area, you're not going to leave Texas to go, or Florida to go to California because of Gavin Newsom. If anything, a lot of these people went the other direction. So let's take a look at what's going on here in the Texas economy. Fox Business article: Texas jobs boom amid lower taxes and less regulation. Jobs in Texas have been booming amid lower taxes and less regulation as many companies, including construction and mining equipment giant Caterpillar, have been moving their headquarters to the state. So, just how many jobs are we creating here? So, the state ended last year with more than 13 million non-agricultural jobs, which is about 90,000 more jobs than in February of 2020, just before the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we now have more jobs in the state than we did before the pandemic, when the economy was already booming. We already had a robust, thriving economy, 50-year low unemployment. You know the story. So here in DFW, where I live, which is a great place to live, by the way, if you're a liberal, don't come here. But in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, 294,000 jobs in the 12 months ending in May were added, which is about 3 times more than the typical annual gains before the pandemic. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported last month. So it doesn't stop there. So first of all, let's talk about migration from California to Texas and vice versa. As you can see in this chart here, about 80,000 Californians a year are past 2 years, from 2018 to 2019, there's about 80,000 Californians moving this direction. In the previous years, you can see it's about 70, up to 80, goes down to 60, and it's relatively consistent from 60 to 80,000 Californians a year coming this way. Now, if you're looking at Texans going to California, that number is about half. So yeah, 35, 45, maybe 50,000 people a year going from Texas to California. So it's not even close. Here we go. Employment data shows Texas leads the nation in job growth. Texas added 82,500 jobs in June, the highest in the nation according to data released by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is the eighth month in a row that Texas has set employment records, adding nearly 779,000 jobs year over year. That's just incredible. So I know we've had the pandemic and a lot of things open back up, but as you can see, we have 90,000 more jobs than we did at the start of the pandemic. So we have a lot of companies coming here, creating new jobs and things like that. Look, I live in Dallas Fort Worth, and I'm telling you, where I live, I mean, yes, the economy is not great overall in the country right now with inflation, things like that, and there have been some layoffs. We see a slowdown in the economy, but where I live here in Dallas, in North Texas, in Dallas Fort Worth, I feel like the economy is more resilient in a lot of cases. When I go to the downtown area where I live, um, you know, the bars are busy, the restaurants are busy, people are shopping. Right now it's pretty hot, but for the most part, you know, it's pretty busy. You know, despite the heat, yeah, sometimes it does slow down because of that. But like I went to the movies with my wife this past weekend. It was packed. So I feel like the economy here in Texas, like I said, is more resilient in a lot of cases. So I don't know how bad we will be affected by a recession. Granted, there will be a slowdown likely here, but I don't know. Maybe not as bad, is what I'm trying to say. So let's look at California job growth. So Texas leads the nation in job growth just by numbers with 82,000. Percentage change is, we're third in the country. So California, with 40 million people, almost 40 million people in the state, had 19,000 jobs created, compared to Texas 82,000 with about 28 million people. So I don't get what Gavin Newsom is trying to do here, and it doesn't get any better for him. The 10 most expensive cities in the U.S. Let's see, the top 10. Okay, Miami, Florida, no surprise there. How many are in California? Los Angeles, number 9. San Diego, number 8, that's 2. And let's see, San Jose, that's 3. Oakland, that's 4. I'm going through this pretty quickly, so let's see. All right. Hawaii. San Francisco at number 2. So, number 1 is no surprise here. New York City. So anyway, that's besides the point. California has 5 of the top 10 most expensive cities in the U.S. to live. Yes, that's half. So what about gas prices? Let's take a look. All right, gas prices in California right now are currently $5.73 on average for a tank of gas, a gallon of gas. I'm sorry. Here in Texas, $3.85. So I don't know what Gavin Newsom, like I said, I don't know what he's trying to do here, but he can't run on job creation. He can't run on gas prices. He can't run on the cost of living. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what Gavin Newsom's trying to do here. Is he trying to, like, him trying to get people to move from Florida to California is just not going to work. You take a look at our economy here in Texas, like I said, lower regulation, no state income tax. We have a robust economy. It's cheaper to live here overall. I mean, there are certain things that might be a little bit, like maybe the price for a gallon of milk. I looked up earlier, a gallon of milk costs more here than it does in California. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong chart, but for things that like I said, gas, cost of living, a place to live, a job, you're better off here in Texas. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason why a lot of these places with these high, sky high gas prices, sky high cost of living, a lot of these places that rank near the top are in Democrat run states. It's not a coincidence, folks. It's like I said, if you're a conservative and you're in these, these blue states like California, get the heck out of there if you can. And come to Texas, come to Florida, go to Tennessee, places like that. North Carolina, even, which is uh, purplish, blue, purple, maybe slightly red. But you're going to have a better quality of life. And don't let Gavin Newsom make you think otherwise. He's an idiot. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end the video right there. I just wanted to talk about crazy Gavin Newsom and his whole what his plan is. I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, I don't know if he's running for president. I don't know if he's just trying to is a desperation move to get people to come back to California because their population has been declining for the past 2 years. They have seen a net loss of people for 2 straight years. So they've been stuck at about 338, 39 million people. That's because people keep leaving that hellhole. So yeah. I'm originally from California. I've been in Texas for over 20 years, 20 years to be exact. And I don't tell people that I'm from California. For one, I've been here in Texas for far too long to say I'm a Californian. But I'm a Texan now through and through. So I don't even claim California. I mean, if somebody asks where I was born, I'll tell them. But yeah, I'm a Texas guy. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I will post my other channel, YouTube channel, in the box below. It's called the Mixed Texan Report. It's a channel dedicated to various news stories across the country, and I break it down, add some commentary, and yeah. So check it out. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Take care.